Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello and welcome to thePrint. I'm Snehesh Philip and you're watching the Defense Tracker. On the 6th of August, India and China have finally disengaged in Gogra area of Eastern Ladakh. Now, why I'm saying finally disengaged? Because this is the third time that a disengagement process was attempted in Gogra. The first being way back in July 2020 when both sides had agreed to disengage in Gogra, Galwan as well as Hot Spring. However, the process could not be completed since a clash broke out in Galwan as China had not implemented the agreement completely. Now, following the clash, another round of meeting was held and it was decided that fresh disengagement will take place at Gogra, Hot Springs and the Galwan Valley. Remember that while China withdrew completely from the Galwan Valley, they did not complete the entire disengagement process in Gogra and Hot Spring. Yes, they did pull back some men and equipment from both these locations. However, they did not complete it. This was completed on the 4th and 5th of August. Sources told thePrint that it was a platoon plus strength of troops from both sides who've disengaged from this particular location. Now that the disengagement process has been completed in Gogra, the focus would be on Hot Springs, where both sides have diverging views on where exactly the LAC is, that is the line of actual control. Sources in the defense and security establishment say that the issue is not as big as one believes it to be, and it is a doable one. However, the two areas that will see a prolonged engagement is Depsang and Demchok. Remember that both these issues are actually historical in the sense these are legacy issues and predate the latest round of tensions that have erupted between India and China since May 2020. So what is the issue at Depsang? In Depsang, both India and China have been blocking each other's patrolling points. For example, India is not allowing the Chinese to come up to their perception of LAC, which is near a place called Birdsey. Similarly, China is also blocking India's movements to patrolling points 10, 11, 12, 12A and 13. So what's exactly happening in Depsang? In Depsang, there is a place called the bottleneck area. Now, why this is called bottleneck is because the vehicles cannot pass through this particular area because of the way it is naturally formed. So what the Indian Patrol does is they move forward on foot. Now about 700 to 800 meters ahead of the bottleneck area is a place that is known as the Y junction there. Now this is called Y junction because there are two routes. So one which goes to patrolling point 10, 11 and 12 and another which actually goes straight to patrolling point 13. Now what the Chinese have done is that over the years they've managed to build roads in this area. Now both sides have set up cameras. So whenever the Indians cross the bottleneck area on foot, the Chinese observe the Indians and come in on their vehicles and block the Indian patrols from moving ahead. Now, this was something that has always been happening, but the frequency increased post the 2017 Doklam standoff. Now, with the latest round of tensions between both sides, the Chinese have been doing it every time the Indians have actually tried to go to those patrolling points. Sources in the defense establishment say that if the Indians actually want, they can push their way through. But however, this would mean that there could be a clash and the tensions could rise further. And hence this has been discussed not only on the military front but also on the diplomatic front. As far as Demchok is concerned, remember that this is also an area which has witnessed transgressions or intrusions in the past too. And this is a heavily contested area and the perception of the LAC varies vastly in comparison to other areas. Now, what has happened since May 2020 is that the Chinese are already sitting on territories that India claims to be within its perception of the LAC, have built some few additional tents. Now, this is again an area which is under discussion between both sides, not just on the military front, but also on the diplomatic. And hence, I said that while the hot spring tensions could come down in the near future, the friction at the Depsang Plains and the Demchok area is likely to remain. For the Print, this is Snehesh Philip. Do subscribe to our Print's YouTube channel for more such videos.